I'm absolutely delighted to now be an affiliate partner with 2game.com. Use the code CGS at the checkout for a 5% discount. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2022 and another part of our Aston Martin career mode. Today we are back with the penultimate race of Season 3. If Fernando Alonso finishes ahead of Pierre Gasly, then Fernando Alonso will become a 4-time world champion. So it could be all wrapped up today. We wrapped up the Constructors last time out with a terrific, dominant 1-2 in the Mexican Grand Prix. Let's see how we get on today. If you are enjoying, give it a big thumbs up down below. And of course, we do have a brand new link in the description down below for 2game.com. I'm an affiliate partner with them now. If you use the code CGS, you will get 5% discount at checkout. You've seen that at the top of the video. But hopefully you save some money and will help out the channel as well. The 5% that you save goes directly to me, so I can put more into the channel and hopefully maybe one day become full-time. That would be the ultimate dream of doing this. So yeah, thank you very much for your support on the series so far. Keep leaving a like, keep getting involved in the comment section down below. And of course, we are getting ready for an exciting Season 4. We've got something a little bit different for you this weekend. I'm sure a few of the other content creators will be doing it as well, but I have been given a really good opportunity with the game. So after Friday's episode, we are going to be veering off in a slightly different direction for the US Grand Prix weekend. Fingers crossed. And then, of course, Season 4 will be starting next week. Okay? But anyway, let's get ourselves immersed into the action and see how we get on in this week's, today's Grand Prix. I'm getting all excited here, forgetting all my lines. Anyway, Pierre Gasly needs to have an extra development point. We'll put that on there. Fernando Alonso can have one as well. Onto adaptability. Cool. And Piastri, of course, will up his smoothness again. Very good. Okay. Staff-wise, anything for the staff? Yes, Dirk de Beer has one, so let's go for medium speed downforce. And nothing for Tu Chung. Okay. Right, ATR period starts today. I think we should have a few research projects coming through. We've got the underfloor coming through in a little bit. We got the chassis research as well. And the rear wing research. So quite a lot happening over the next week or so. There's our underfloor done, and I think we'll just send them straight back on with another underfloor project. Do a decent amount of research on this. That looks fine to me. And we are going to go balanced with that. And hopefully that will be done in time. So by the 31st of December, that looks good to me. Okay. Right, let's keep going. And we'll keep an eye on development points, that sort of thing. Chassis is done. Let's get ourselves another front wing bit of research going. 1.4. Let's go for that. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, that seems fine by me. Cool. Okay, continue on. There we go, rear wing is completed as well, and I think it's probably worth doing another rear wing upgrade. I think those are the three parts of the car that have the most benefits, so let's chuck everything onto that. Okay, that all looks good to me. Perfect. Right, should have a decent car again next year, which will be nice. But if you look at our performance this year, we're not the best car out there. You know, certain parts of the car definitely Could be a lot better, top speed, acceleration, that sort of thing, but we're very efficient through the corners, and that's what's helping us sort of win a lot of admirers in terms of our pole positions and 1-2s, that sort of thing. Doing very, very well in that aspect. The CFD simulator, let's get that upgraded. Somebody asked in the comments a couple of days ago, why are you looking at Lewis Hamilton to replace Fernando Alonso? And to be quite honest with you, I like the story of it. I like getting Lewis Hamilton in, get his 8th world title, hopefully in for a year or two, maybe even a 9th world title, and then he'll probably retire after that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Fernando Alonso's 43 now. I don't really, for the amount of money he wants, I don't really want to go there. And, we've had our story with Fernando Alonso now. We got him an extra 2 world championships, probably. He might not win this year's. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton, I think, would tear it up. Would tear it up. So I just really want that, and I want to reunite him with Pete Bonington. I want to hear the banter between these two. I think it'll be good. So that's why I want to go for Lewis. And we might even get Nico Hülkenberg back, to be honest. Get him in a winning car. That would be very, very tempting. I don't actually know if Nico is up for grabs at the end of the season. Let's just have a little look at that. You guys would kill me if I went for Nico Hülkenberg, wouldn't you? Let's have a little look at his contract. Yeah, 3 weeks left on his contract. Yeah, I mean, he's 37 now, and yeah, I can't really justify that, but I'd love to. But anyway, yeah, we need to do some more performance targets. Finish position, both drivers finish in the top 4. Seems okay to me. Let's get ourselves into it. Let's go and win a championship. Come on, boys!
The carnival atmosphere has already started here in Sao Paulo as Brazil welcomes the Formula One Grand Prix. The Autodromo José Carlos Pache has been a staple of the racing calendar for decades, and soon we'll once again be watching the best drivers in the world give it their all. The Sao Paulo track is beautifully designed to present an enticing challenge for teams and drivers alike. Between medium-speed S-corners, hill climbs, and the high-speed section after Junção, this circuit calls for cars to have a balanced setup to succeed here. With the season nearly concluded, time is running out for the team. Can anyone make a last-minute breakthrough? Can the leading drivers hold on? Only time will tell. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula One.
Rightio then, we are ready and raring to go for this weekend in Brazil, and I'll see you guys for qualifying. Well, at the end of FP3, 4th and 8th is the order of the day. You can see every man and his dog has a grid penalty. Kevin Magnussen's Haas looks pretty quick this weekend, as do the Alpines once again. It's very, very close out there, and it always is around Brazil. We've got 93%, 98% on the setup confidence, so without further ado, let's get ourselves into the action of qualifying. It is going to be a 2-stopper, but more than likely medium, hard, medium again. Simulating session 1, we did only get into 10th place with Fernando Alonso, so might have to go through session 2. Look how close it is, crikey! Whoa! Other than Carlos Sainz, you go from 2nd down to 16th. There are 0.3 of a second between them. That is absolutely bonkers. George Russell almost went out in Q1 there. Wow, 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 wow. Right, let's get ourselves into Q2. This should be exciting. Looking forward to it. We're going to use used tyres, see if we can get through on those. So let's get ourselves into Q2. Here we go. Right then. So So we'll zoom it on just a little bit before we get into the action. And I think we're going to have to start sending them out now. Let's see how they get on here. Right, let's hop on board with the champion-elect in Fernando Alonso. 11 race victories this season. He was in incredible form at the start of the year. Pierre Gasly, not so much. And that's why he's not really been in the championship picture towards the end of the season. Here we come through the first sector. Green for Fernando Alonso. And now Pierre Gasly, green as well. Very, very strong from him. Let's just have a little look at some sector times. Let's go for Max Verstappen. So 18.1, 33.4 and a 15.8. Okay. So about a tenth down in the first sector. So probably going to be maybe 3/10 of the Red Bulls at the end of this lap. Let's see then. That should put us up to about third, I think, with Fernando Alonso. Here he comes. Up to the line. Is it going to be enough for third, as I suspect? Yes, it is. Just about. 2.73 off pole. And, well, there you go. Gasly. 0.04 of a second behind his teammate. Honestly, still, after nearly 2 years of these two as teammates, I still can't believe how close they actually are on track, and it is just wonderful. Race to race, you do not know who is going to be the one on top. And that has been an absolute pleasure. Now, Leclerc's gone second there. Sainz will probably go above. Hamilton probably will. But other than that, I think we should be through there. So I'm gonna leave it, and we're gonna just hope for the best here. So let's head through the lap. So Max Verstappen is going to be first over the line. So here he comes, Max Verstappen up to the line. He's going purple at the moment. There are yellow flags out there. Max Verstappen goes even quicker. Norris comes through. He stays 9th. Magnussen goes 10th. What about Hamilton? He's 6th. Sainz, he goes 2nd. Russell goes up to 7th. Bottas comes over the line. He goes 12th. What about Perez? Can he improve? Goes 3rd. What about Ocon in the Alpine? He's been quick this weekend. He goes 9th. That's okay. What about Vettel then? Can Vettel do any better? No, 10th as well. Ricciardo goes 12th. Giovinazzi stays 15th. Charles Leclerc is the last one over the line. What's he going to manage? He goes 3rd. Okay then. Well, I think that is everybody over the line now. So it's going to be both McLarens, both Alfa Romeos, and Kevin Magnussen out in Q2. So after how close it was in Q1, it certainly didn't seem that way in Q2. A 107.3 for Max Verstappen, into the 7.5s for Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez, but not fantastic, you have to say, from the McLarens or the Alfa Romeos. Right, into Q3 then, and we have ourselves 2 fresh sets of tyres. I think we're going to keep ourselves 1 set of fresh soft tyres for race day tomorrow. So we're going to give ourselves 1 chance at getting pole position, which of course is always a risk. There could be yellow flags.
Oh, there's a spin!
And that was Vettel spinning. And that's exactly the sort of thing that could happen, and we could finish 9th and 10th, but hopefully not. Max Verstappen currently on pole position. The 2 Alpines quicker than the 2 Mercedes cars. Lewis Hamilton in particular has been pretty slow. Russell out there nice and quickly. Right then. There goes Fernando Alonso, the champion-elect. Heads out. So Gasly's going to have to be a little careful here about reaching the line. Should be okay. But, yeah, Fernando's going to have to wrestle past George Russell on his hot lap. So here we go then on brand spanking new soft tyres. Let's see what we can do. George Russell, no improvement for him. What about everybody else? A few green sectors around and about, but nothing much. They're all on pretty old soft tyres now. So here we go then. Fernando Alonso gets himself past George Russell fairly easily there. Now then, Alonso, of course, green in that first sector. What about Gasly? He's coming up to the line now. I think this is going to be okay for him. He's got plenty of clear space. So, Fernando Alonso in this middle sector now, doing a great job out there. But I don't think this is going to be enough. Timings wise, sort of matching George Russell, which isn't fantastic. So here we go then, Fernando Alonso up to the line. 107.5, which puts him fourth, so he's above Leclerc. Oh, and Gasly, well, Gasly was stuck there behind the Red Bull. So I think Gasly's going to be 10th, and that is a huge shame for Pierre. But he is going to be starting 10th tomorrow, as he needs to win the Grand Prix. And yeah, here you come. A 108.1. And it's amazing, even though he was held up only 8 tenths off Max Verstappen, I think he probably would have outqualified his teammate. But Pierre Gasly will start in 10th place for tomorrow's race. Unlucky, but well, he won't, because Alonso starts 2nd. He will start 6th, I believe. Let's get into race day.
Drivers are strapping themselves in, ready for race day.
There was some good work from Aston Martin during the qualifying session, and they will go to the grid full of confidence. It was a pleasure to watch Red Bull's excellent performance during qualifying. Their drivers will now be looking ahead to the race itself and hoping to capitalize. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
And when it comes down to it, there's simply no telling what will happen here in the ups and downs of Sao Paulo.
Right then, so of course there's going to be no rain today. That's definitely one consideration. That's out of there, which I'm very, very happy with. Let's go into the race. So it is 6th and 2nd. As we can see, they are going to be starting on medium tyres, I think, the both of them. Although, to be honest with you, why don't we go for a slightly alternate strategy with Pierre Gasly, where he starts on the hard tyres. Although we've seen in previous races that just doesn't work. So we're going to go with a normal medium hard with Gasly. I think with Alonso, just to mix it up, we'll go medium, hard, medium. We'll see how that goes for the race. Don't forget to pop in a little bit more fuel than you need, because we always seem to run it very, very close. So with Alonso, we'll be deploying from the start. We might as well do the same with Pierre Gasly and see how we get on. So here we go, ready for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Can't wait.
I don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. Looking here at Fernando Alonso. They're in second place on the grid, but that could so easily change in the first few seconds of the race. Next for the team, it's Pierre Gasly. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. The teams are ready to go. And now, it's time for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Here we go then.
And it's lights out.
Lights out, away we go. And Fernando Alonso off to a better start than Max Verstappen. Can he get past him into turn one? He goes down the inside and he is through on the two-time world champion, but Max Verstappen staying side by side with Fernando Alonso here. But Alonso is through. But here goes Max Verstappen. He is still there. He is still trying to outdrag Fernando Alonso as they go towards turn four. But Fernando Alonso stays ahead. Max Verstappen is still in second. Pierre Gasly down in sixth place at the moment. He's trying to get past Lewis Hamilton as Max Verstappen has a little look at Fernando. Doesn't quite manage to make the move stick though. And well, Fernando's done what he needed to do. He's got past Max Verstappen at the start of this race. And he'll be really, really happy with that. Pierre Gasly, meanwhile, has moved up past Lewis Hamilton. They're still side by side. But Pierre Gasly is through as it stands. Very, very good. Very, very good. Right then. So, Pierre Gasly now pushing on the back of Esteban Ocon. Should be quicker, and he is very much quicker through that corner. He's already up to fourth place here, and he's closing in on George Russell. This is what Pierre Gasly needs to do. He needs to beat his teammate today if he's to keep this championship very much alive. So we're going to stick with Pierre Gasly. He's going to continue to push ahead of George Russell here, hopefully. Now, Pierre Gasly had an awful race here last year, of course. And he might go down the inside here. George Russell would have been a very, very risky move. Didn't go for it, though, but still very much in the slipstream of George. As it stands, he goes down the inside. He's got better grip. And he's going to do what he did to Lewis Hamilton last time out. And he does get past. So, Pierre Gasly started sixth, already up to third. And this is a brilliant, brilliant start for him. And now he's going to be pushing for the next lap or so to try and get behind Max Verstappen. Get in that DRS zone. That's what he wants to do. And what a wonderful job he has done so far. I'm really, really proud of him for what he's done. This is just absolutely terrific. So, Pierre Gasly, within a second now of Max Verstappen. DRS is enabled. He's run out of VRS deployment, but he should be able to use DRS to close right in on Max Verstappen here. So here we go. DRS is enabled for Pierre Gasly. He's going to close in nicely on Max Verstappen as Fernando Alonso defending from Max Verstappen already. But what an exciting start to the race, and Pierre Gasly has got himself where he needs to be to try and strike in this race. What he needs really is Fernando and Max to push each other off, but that's probably not going to happen. Ocon in P5, he's battling with George Russell. You can see that behind, side by side. Looks like Ocon may well get the move done. Max Verstappen is going to have an almighty run here, all the way up into turn one. So here we go then. Fernando Alonso leading the way, but I don't think he's going to be for much longer as Max Verstappen pulls out into the clear air with DRS. He's going to go around the outside into turn one here. But Fernando Alonso defends valiantly. Very, very good defence from Fernando, but they're still side by side as they go into turn two. And of course, Max Verstappen again will have DRS. He pulls to the inside. Fernando Alonso goes over to defend. And Fernando Alonso, for another lap at the very least, is in the lead of this Brazilian Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly has joined the party now, and he'll be looking to get on top of this. It looks like it's going to be a three-way battle for the victory here in Brazil. Of course, Pierre Gasly is going to have a medium tyre second stint. That's where he's going to have to try and push himself ahead of Max Verstappen, both Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso. Looking at tyres again, we've got 4 people on the softs, everybody else on a brand new set of mediums at the start of this race. So here we go then. Moving on to lap 5 of this Grand Prix. Max Verstappen again has almighty run at Fernando Alonso here. Let's hop on board with Fernando. He's watching as Max Verstappen makes that move, and he is through. So Max Verstappen into the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Yeah, mate. I don't have that pace.
And, you know, Max Verstappen was in a bit of a league of his own, really, in qualifying. But Fernando Alonso with DRS, is he going to be able to get straight back past? Looks like he is. So Fernando Alonso back into first position. Of course, he knows that he just needs to outscore Pierre Gasly today, and he will be a 4-time world champion. But there will be pressure, because one little mistake, he ends up in the wall, Gasly wins the race, and all of a sudden, it's a very, very different story going into Abu Dhabi. So then, Max Verstappen hounding the back of Fernando Alonso's car. Ooh, a little bit wide from Fernando there, and you could see that very, very clearly. And look at this, Max Verstappen is right on the gearbox of him this time. And Pierre Gasly will be hoping that he can use this to his advantage. So here goes Max Verstappen, he's going to go around the outside. Pierre Gasly, meanwhile, he's also there. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's keep on board with Pierre Gasly as we go on to lap 6 of this Grand Prix now. And Gasly's got a very nice little gap here. If he can swing to the inside, is he going to do that? No, he's not. Yeah, we've got to harvest energy with Gasly, try and get his recharge up a little bit. Oh, meanwhile, Gasly's having a little look at Verstappen there. Goodness me. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I thought Gasly was going to go for it there. That would have been an unbelievable manoeuvre. Didn't go for it, though. But yeah, he's sticking with the action here. We're going to give him the opportunity to manage his ERS. And do what he thinks is right. Going to have DRS. He has Max Verstappen already alongside Fernando Alonso. It looks like Verstappen is going to be into the lead, and he very much is. So now Pierre Gasly not far behind. He'll have DRS here. And now can Fernando Alonso make his way back past? Yes, he can. It's almost a carbon copy of the last time.
Such an awesome job, mate.
There you go. Let's zoom it forward a little bit.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved
I think
up
we're going to see it again here as Pierre Gasly now drops out of that 1 second window. So we're going to go neutral with Pierre.
Recharge off, please.
So he's now got enough as Fernando Alonso puts in the fastest lap of the race. Very, very impressive. And now all of a sudden Pierre Gasly back within a second of Max Verstappen. DRS enabled as Verstappen is going to make the move this time into turn 4. First time that Max Verstappen has managed that, and he is through. So now it is Max Verstappen in the lead, and this time he's going to try and push through this middle sector, and this is where he'll think that he's got the pace here to go for it. Well, Fernando stuck his nose down the inside there. Pierre Gasly just very sensibly waiting back. There is very much a championship on the line here. Max Verstappen leads this Grand Prix. Is Fernando going to be able to get straight back past here? DRS enabled for both drivers. Alonso comes towards the inside. Pierre Gasly closing right in.
Last lap,
and it's a purple lap this time for Pierre Gasly. just can't take my eyes off this action. Fernando Alonso pulls to the inside. He's going to be back through here. Right then.
This garage has just gone mental.
I think it's time to push on a little bit.
Looks
The
like
top
Aston
three
Martin have
are
just
very
gained the
much
race
pulling
position.
away from everybody else here.
Looks like there's been a lock-up.
Pierre Gasly in a bit of a strange position, really, because he's sort of the third of these. So we're going to put him on balanced. And basically try and save him some fuel at this point of the race. And utilise him a little bit later on. Oh, hang on a second. Gasly's through. What's happened here? Gasly is through. Gasly has got past his teammate Fernando Alonso.
We do not require any fuel liftoff.
So, Pierre Gasly could be heading into the lead of this race here. Now, I don't know who was ahead going into the DRS zone. It was Gasly. Right, let's deploy. Let's try and break Max Verstappen here. Because it looks like Alonso's going to get through as well. Look at that! Like clockwork. And they are through. That was brilliant. But they're still side by side, Alonso and Max Verstappen. Pierre Gasly now has the chance to try and get a second ahead here. Let's see if he can do it.
Really well executed.
They're still side by side. Yeah, I don't think Gasly can get more than a second ahead.
We are out of DRS.
He has managed it. Yeah, that he's not going to manage to be more than a second ahead of those. They're still battling. But Pierre Gasly currently leading. And now I think we're in a position to zoom it forward a little bit. So Gasly leading the race. Fernando Alonso in second. Well, I think Alonso
like
is
someone's gone
probably
wide there.
going to make a move for first very, very shortly. Well, look at this. 3 wide. As they go into turn 1, that looked like there was going to be contact. I don't think there was. But now Fernando Alonso into his pit window. Pierre Gasly now has a look down the inside. They are side by side. Gasly's still there. This is so close between the two championship leaders here. And Max Verstappen looking to pick up the pieces, if there are any. And, well, Gasly back into the lead, but Alonso's going to be straight back past him here, you would think. And there he goes. And who's going to be the one behind going into the DRS zone? I think it was Gasly, so Gasly's going to have DRS here. Max Verstappen's going to have DRS on both of them. Here we go then. Pierre Gasly goes to the outside. Max Verstappen goes to the inside. It's going to be 3 wide again as we go into turn 1. This is going to be huge. Oh my word. They're still side by side and Pierre Gasly is through. But he's not going to have DRS. Oh, he is. He has got DRS. So Gasly can now push on. Can Fernando Alonso hold back Max Verstappen? No, he can't. Max Verstappen is through. So, time to push on. I think now is the time to go attacking with both drivers. And see if we can get out of the way of Max Verstappen, basically. So Fernando Alonso is going to be coming into the pits next lap.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Multiple cars have crashed. Right, hang on. Is it going to be a safety car? Russell has crashed. Ocon has crashed. I don't think they're out of the race, so Alonso's going to be in. He's going to put on the hard tyres. Is it going to be safety car? I don't think so. So Alonso's in. Let's have a look at the crash.
Let's take a closer look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here.
Oh,
there's the collision.
it was a nasty little crash. I don't really know how they both survived it, but Fernando's in. Pierre Gasly, I think it's going to come in this lap.
We're boxing this lap.
Alonso's going to be out. There he goes. It looks like he's going to come into a lovely little gap of traffic, which is perfect. Pierre Gasly just behind Max Verstappen here. Well, we might go down the inside. He is having a little look here. He's being aggressive, and that's what he needs to do. So here we go then with Pierre Gasly. He's going to be coming into the pits.
Copy.
And he'll be hoping that he can come out right behind Fernando Alonso. So in comes Pierre Gasly. Alonso
Understood.
just coming through the middle sector split now, coming around the final corner. As Pierre Gasly very much needs to come in and have a very quick pit stop. So here we go. Medium tyres go on and he is away. And who's going to come out on top? Fernando Alonso or Pierre Gasly? Alonso coming around the first corner. Gasly coming through. It's going to be so close, but Alonso is going to be in the lead. Look at that. That is ridiculously close. And they've come out side by side pretty much. Very, very good. But now, is Pierre Gasly going to be able to get past Fernando Alonso on these medium tyres and then push on? I wonder if we have to perhaps
off when you're ready.
tell Alonso, let your teammate past, but he's not going to be particularly happy with that. And then Max Verstappen, he's coming out of the pit lane now. Where is he going to come out? I think he's going to be behind both. Yeah. So that's what we expected. What's he come out on? Right, he's matching Pierre Gasly's strategy, which is very, very interesting. Fernando Alonso out there on the hard tyres, so he's going to have mediums towards the end of the race. But Gasly needs to be able to get past him now. I think he should be able to do that. And then it's whether we use Fernando Alonso to try and hold back Max Verstappen a little bit. should be fairly straightforward for Gasly to get past here. So here we go into the DRS range. DRS enabled. He's closing right in on Fernando Alonso. And it should be a turn 4 manoeuvre, I would think. If not this lap, it'll be next lap. So here we go, DRS enabled. He's going to pull to the outside. He is, but Alonso stays ahead. But now they're going to be side by side up the hill. Alonso trying to defend. He's not going to manage it though, because Pierre Gasly is surely going to go down the inside here. And Gasly is going to be through. So an excellent move from the Frenchman. They're still side by side. Now Alonso has to try and keep Max Verstappen behind. It was a very, very good lap from Pierre Gasly. I think it's probably going to be fastest lap. DRS enabled. I think Alonso might get his way back past here. Still side by side. And now Gasly's going to have DRS. And this time you would suspect that Alonso will have to yield. So we're going to deploy. We're going to actually go a little bit more aggressive as well with Pierre to try and hold off Max Verstappen.
I think there's been a lockup.
So here we go. Max, there's still yellow flags there. That was Kevin Magnussen.
Everything you've got.
Let's see.
Yep.
So focus on just bringing your tyre temperatures back under control for the moment.
I don't think so. Not this lap anyway.
Caution on the battery.
Okay.
Okay, that was a purple lap. I'll let you know if the situation changes.
So let's see if he can attack
Okay.
in this first sector, or middle sector, sorry. Get more than a second ahead of Max Verstappen. I don't think so. So I think we're gonna actually harvest with Pierre.
Okay.
And go for it at a different point. So Gasly down to third now.
Red Bull moved up.
With DRS, you know.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Right. Right, now deploy. Let's attack. So here we go then. It's using a bit of ERS, bit of DRS. I think Fernando's going to be back into the lead here. This is all playing into Fernando's hands because he's on the
Really well executed.
hard tyres.
Aston
Gasly's going to go down the inside now of Max Verstappen. He is through. Very good. All standard.
Keep at it. Back it out. Back it out.
Yeah.
Now then. Need DRS. Gonna attack as well. So here we go then. This is the moment for Pierre Gasly. DRS, so we'll have to back out of it there. And again, Max Verstappen has got right in the way here. Still side by side.
Just all over the place.
Gasly's lost out to Max Verstappen, his former teammate, of course, and that's the problem. Max Verstappen's tyres are going to last a lot longer. And it's just slipping away from Pierre at the moment. Right then, here we go. Alonso and Verstappen are going to be battling side by side here. No luck there. I think Max Verstappen might have a little look at Alonso here down the inside. Not quite. Right then, here we go. I'm contemplating telling Alonso to not fight teammate because this is ruining Pierre Gasly's race. Oh, Verstappen came right over. Here goes Pierre Gasly though. Potentially down the inside, didn't work out there. So yeah, no luck there. And here goes Max Verstappen then. Having a look at Fernando. Yeah, I think potentially go light. Let's try and make them last a little longer, these tyres. I think we have to go to plan C here. With Gasly, try and look after the tyres. Look after the fuel.
Red Bull moved up.
And now perhaps let's attack. We're going to give it a few laps of welly with Pierre Gasly. Now he's got a little bit of a gap. Let's see if he starts to close in on them. He's doing a little bit. And then we're going to come in. We're going to put on those hard tyres. And hopefully he'll get a bit of an undercut here. That's the hope anyway.
We've had a big crash here. Copy.
So Gasly in. Somebody had crashed. I don't know who. I think it was
Sounds like
Daniel
a single
Ricciardo
car.
apparently.
Here's the replay. Now look at this. Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Yeah.
Clearly something went
Nasty
very
crash, but he's okay. So now Gasly away once again. Where's Gasly going to come out? He's going to come out behind Zhou Guanyu here. which isn't ideal. Could destroy his race a little bit. So, brand new hard tyres. They should last him all the way to the end of the race. And here we go. Should easily get past Zhou Guanyu here. Keep an eye on him. Last of the late breakers. Yeah, he's through. No problem at all there, and he should really get past Lewis as well.
Okay, well done.
So he's run wide. No, Zhou Guanyu's past Lewis Hamilton now. Gasly trying to get past desperately.
Who's running wide there?
These new hard tyres, he should be able to make that move stick. And he does, very good. Right.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
It's a good stint so far.
More yellow flags, and that's a
Aston
spinner.
Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place. Sounds like we've had a spin.
So that was Norris. Looks like Gasly's out of the 1 second window, which is good, and now he's got a little bit of clear air. Let's see what his last lap was. So let's see as it comes over the line at 1:11.5. That's good. That's good. That's outpacing the leaders. So Fernando Alonso still doing a good job here. Still just behind is Max Verstappen. We're going to go a little bit light here because I think he's used a little bit too much tyres. So Gasly's going to catch up straight away to Vettel and Perez. Hulkenberg in the top 10, by the way. And it's quite unbelievable. We've kept on board a lot of this race. So, I'm going to need to use some of our deployment here, I think, to try and get past these guys in front.
Verstappen in the pits now.
As Max Verstappen is in, so where is Gasly going to come out compared to Max Verstappen? There's Max Verstappen right there. He's coming round. Where is Pierre Gasly going to be compared to him? He is ahead. Now Gasly needs to get past these two very quickly. He's going to try his best. Come on, Gasly. Might as well attack with Fernando now. Yeah, this was me worry that these two would hold up Pierre so much. And they have done. And now we've got no ARS.
Yeah.
DRS enabled. Needs to go down the inside here. It's yellow flag somewhere. Somebody's locked up.
Seems to have been a lockup.
So here we go then with Pierre Gasly. Is he going to go down the inside? He does. This is very risky, but he needs to make the move stick, and he has done. That is huge for Pierre Gasly. Still yellow flags. Another car has spun out there, and I think it was one of the Ferraris. I think it was Leclerc, potentially.
So it's called tyres down.
It was Stroll.
Yeah.
Right. Now there needs to be more than a second ahead of Vettel before the DRS zone here. Now Max Verstappen is going to get caught up behind those. So Fernando's pit window has just opened. This time did he do? He did an 11.8, so he's still slower than Pierre Gasly. So I think Gasly might be in the box seat for race victory here, but where Verstappen is, we cannot really afford to put Fernando Alonso out. I think it's worth staying long. Verstappen, I think, is through now. Pierre is now more than second ahead of Max Verstappen. So what sort of time is Alonso going to put in? A 1:11.9. What about Gasly this time? 1:11.2. So another chunk of time is gained. But of course, Fernando Alonso is going to be on medium tyres towards the end of this Grand Prix. So it's going to be an intense end to this. Are we going to see Pierre Gasly prolong this championship? Or is he going to be under pressure come the end of the race? I'm really not sure. Anyone knows the answer at this stage. Fernando Alonso now coming through. He's going to be coming into the pits this lap. He's going to be going on to the medium tyres. We're going to have to go standard with him.
So, box. Yeah, box.
It will be difficult to recover the front.
I think we're going to have to go balanced now with Alonso. Got a few guys in the pits. Fernando Alonso's going to be one of them this lap. So where is he going to come back out? Here he comes then. Fernando into the pits. And Pierre Gasly already on the straight. So Pierre is going to be a fair distance ahead of his teammate here. But Fernando's got fresh medium tyres. He's going to be attacking towards the end of this race. But is he going to have enough? Is he going to have enough to catch, and not only catch them, pass both Gasly and Verstappen? Verstappen, meanwhile, 1.3 behind Pierre Gasly. Gasly's got 20 laps to defend from Max Verstappen for. There is a little bit of traffic approaching reasonably soon. Let's see. What we can do here. As I say, I'm not entirely sure Gasly's going to be able to hold on. Let's hop on board with him. He's 1.2 ahead of Max Verstappen. As soon as Max is in this DRS zone, he is going to be rapid Alonso, meanwhile, starting to close in, and there you go. There's the moment. Max Verstappen has now dipped below a second. I think now we need to harvest. We need to harvest energy.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
And try and get a full tank of energy up for Pierre towards the end of this race. Alonso, 6.7 seconds behind Max Verstappen. He's going to close in over the next 18 laps. It's going to be a three-way battle for the victory here between Gasly, Verstappen and Alonso. Max Verstappen is right there. Now.
Okay, recharge off.
Copy.
Max Verstappen is going to try and get past. Gasly succeeds.
Recharge on, please.
6.4 seconds now, the gap. And we are slowly but surely catching up to Kevin Magnussen, who is in 19th position, as Max Verstappen takes the lead of the Grand Prix. It's not that surprising.
So frustrating.
Focus on right head.
Now we got yellow flags, and that was Gasly. Went a little bit wide there. I think he stayed within a second though. Wow. That could have been huge. That could have been the end
You're ready.
of the championship for Gasly.
Yeah.
I think now he has to try and stay with Max Verstappen in that DRS zone
Lift off.
Okay.
and then push towards the end of the Grand Prix. I think that's got to be the plan now. Alonso 5.1 behind. He's not far behind this battle. You can see him in the background there. He is closing in. Fastest lap of the race for Fernando. Yeah, I think Gasly, stick with Max. That's going to be your best option here. Just follow him until the end of the race. Verstappen's tyres are going to be better than Gasly's come the end. Yeah, side by side, it's not going to help if you battle him.
Red Bull gained a
So I
place.
think let's try and harvest the next lap or so. We'll keep an eye on the gap. Make sure that he stays with him. But yeah, essentially what we want is Gasly within a second of Max Verstappen and have a full tank of ERS. That's what we want. Now this is a problem because he's not within a second, so now needs to push.
We do not require any fuel liftoff.
And we now need to attack a little bit for the next lap or so, just to get back into that 1 second window. Might not make it, you know. Just about got within a second there. So DRS is going to be enabled. There we go.
Just look after this tyre set though. Look after it.
Copy.
That brings him right back into play. And now he's got enough ERS to attack towards the end of the race. We've got 11 laps to go here. So Gasly's got to stay with Max Verstappen. He's got to probably use this traffic a little bit as well to help out. There's Alonso now 4 seconds behind. This is a bit of a problem. Come on. This is not good at all. I don't think Gasly's going to be able to get past Verstappen here. Yeah, I think the traffic has caused an issue. Yep, I think we're now going to have to maybe use that ERS deployment, see if he can get there. Right, there we go. Right, we're back within a second now, which is good.
Back it out, back it out.
Copy.
So Fernando Alonso now within 4 seconds, but he's not really making the impact I thought he would. Alright, let's drop that back to balance now. Try and make sure that Gasly does not get ahead of Max Verstappen before he needs to. Alright, we're going to harvest. Basically going to try and do everything we can to give Gasly the best possible chance of victory. It's going to be so close come the end of the day. Right, on to neutral. Cannot afford to get more than a second behind here. DRS enabled to close us right back in. What we want to do is time this so that Pierre Gasly makes his move on the penultimate lap, essentially. That's what we need. So, there's 5 laps to go after this one. Oh, don't drop out of... Oh, he might be out of the 1 second window here. No, he was just about in it. Right, now we need to push on the fuel. Fernando's just not making the impact that I thought he would. Let's have a look at tyres. That's 56. Gasly on 38. Got more traffic coming up here. So DRSing again. 4 laps to go. This is very, very good. There's yellow flags. Do not want a safety car.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
That was Ocon. Now what we wouldn't mind particularly is a red flag. Put on a brand new set of soft tyres. Alright, 3 laps to go now. So it's nearly time. So I'm going to start attacking on the tyres. I think Fernando has to attack now. See if he can get in on the action as well. So here we go then. Final 2 laps of this Grand Prix.
2 more laps.
So we don't want to make the move here. So we're going to go back down to standard. But we've got him nice and close. Now what we... Oh, no.
So think
Don't
about the
pass
mid-off.
now.
Yep.
Well, no, it looks like Verstappen is going to have him.
Checo behind, same lap time.
Right, need to let Max Verstappen past again here. Come on.
Red Bull moved up.
That's fine. There we go. Right. So, we're going to attack. Going to try and get him on the straight. Going into the final lap. So, here we go then. We're going to deploy. This is potentially the moment for Pierre Gasly. He's got DRS. He pulls to the inside.
So we're low on battery at the moment.
And Pierre Gasly takes the lead of the Grand Prix.
Okay, final lap.
And now he needs to defend. There's yellow flags. Oh, Alonso's out! Alonso's out! What has happened
Looks like
here?
Aston
Whoa!
Martin have just gained a race position. We can take a
What
look
has
now.
happened? Fernando
Let's have a look
Alonso
here. This
has
was the
crashed.
Aston Martin.
Pierre Gasly is into the lead. What happened to Alonso? He's locked up and he's gone straight
Goodness
on.
me. There they go.
What
Moving
on
ahead
earth
of the
has
other
happened
drivers.
here? Fernando was getting right into the action, and I think he is out. I think
Oh,
Alonso's
that's a
out.
crash.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Turn 1.
So this was the Aston Martin.
So yeah, here was Fernando Alonso. He's closed in. That's a big lockup. He couldn't steer the car, and he's gone straight into the wall. And Fernando Alonso is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix, I think.
The team are really disappointed.
Or is he? I don't know. Yes, Alonso's out. That is huge for the championship. Right, Pierre Gasly.
Stop.
Can he
Okay,
now get to the end of the Grand Prix? That's what he needs to do. That's all he needs to do. 18 points will take us into a finale. I cannot believe Fernando has crashed on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Oh, Verstappen's out! Verstappen is out! What a dramatic end!
Caution on
Max
the battery.
Verstappen has crashed. He's still in second place, but Gasly... Right, let's get
Looks like
conservative.
quite a big action.
There's no need for Gasly to push hard. He's going to come over the line, and Pierre Gasly is going to win the Grand Prix.
Sounds
Is he
like
going to
someone's
reach it? He
locked up.
does. Pierre Gasly gets 25
Okay, that's a
points.
checkered flag.
Guys, I don't know
I
how I did
cannot
that.
believe that final 2 laps there.
Wow.
Won that race.
Fernando Alonso out of the Grand Prix.
Fail 84.
Wow, that is huge, and Gasly has won. So we are going down to a double points finale. I think Gasly is going to be 28 points behind Alonso going into the final race of the season. Of course, he'll still need a miracle, essentially. But, wow, I mean, Max Verstappen was trying everything to get round at the end. He locked up, went into the wall. He actually managed to finish second in the end. Very, very fortunate, really, with half a front wing. Leclerc finishes third. But, I mean, that is an unbelievable Grand Prix. I can't believe what we've just witnessed, folks. I really can't. That was unbelievable, and Pierre Gasly, with his 3rd victory of the season, takes us in to a championship decider.
Well, this weekend, Pierre Gasly flew us to the stars. This podium is a true recognition of everyone who's been working so hard for this result. The Frenchman was in sublime form today, fully deserving of his podium finish here. But there we see the three drivers with the biggest haul of points. And of course, the silverware to boot. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
Yep, they managed to bring everything together. Strategy, engineering and driving. They've had a very strong weekend indeed.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Formula One has almost reached its conclusion this year. Meet us next time in Abu Dhabi, between the desert and the sea, for an enthralling finale.
I'm just still in shock. I cannot believe Pierre Gasly has won that Grand Prix. With the tyres that he had, we timed that attack perfectly on Max Verstappen. Alonso behind, just, yeah, trying too hard, I think. Obviously, we were attacking with him, but yeah, massive lock-up from Fernando Alonso, and that could cost him a fourth world title. It really could. I mean, it was almost guaranteed if he finished third today. It's no longer guaranteed. Max Verstappen in second there after a late collision. Charles Leclerc finishes third ahead of Carlos Sainz in fourth. Sergio Perez finishes fifth. Zhou Guanyu in sixth. Sebastian Vettel seventh. Lewis Hamilton 8th, Esteban Ocon 9th, and George Russell in 10th place. Fernando Alonso finishes in 15th, one lap down, and with the fastest lap. Into the Drivers' Championship then, it's 29 points that are separating Fernando Alonso and Pierre Gasly. 50 on offer for the final race of the season, of course, although I suppose in theory it's 52 with the fastest lap. So, if Pierre Gasly wins the race, Fernando Alonso finishes second, then that is a 16-point swing. So he's going to need to outscore Fernando Alonso quite significantly. But it is still possible. Pierre Gasly could still win the Drivers' World Championship going into race 22, which is unbelievable considering Alonso's won 11 races, Pierre Gasly has won 3. Into the Constructors, 599 points now, very close to the 600 mark. But wow, I'm just still reeling from that. That was an unbelievable Grand Prix. No development point for Pierre Gasly, none for Fernando Alonso, and none for Piastri either. We didn't actually put him in the car this weekend. 5.3 million made, but I cannot believe Fernando has crashed out there. That is absolutely massive. Now, what we need to have a look at, has Fernando Alonso wrecked his engine? He's not wrecked his engine. What about his gearbox? Oh my goodness, he's wrecked his gearbox. So Fernando Alonso might have to take a new gearbox. I mean, this one, 47%, that's going to be some performance issues. Wow. Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. But what a race, and what a time to be alive. We've got a championship finale coming up next time out tomorrow at the Yas Marina circuit. So I hope you can join me for that. If you've enjoyed this episode, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.